I think the automatic respect for the Japanese brand has to stop. I think if they're in a hole, then they will dig themselves out. If the Activa is super successful, then the incentive for Honda to rethink how they work with India is not going to change. Right? So first, we have to show them that we can ask for better. We demand the better, and that we are aware of what is better. If we don't take that stand, then obviously why should they change? Because they're happy to be in a stable system. Remember, the whole thing is about Japan wanting to be a stable thing. And if you're happy with mediocre products from Japan because of the shadow of the high quality that they used to be, and by shadow, I mean they were higher quality than everything else. And it's a much, much smaller difference now, if not that the other guys are better. Okay? If you're going to live in that shadow, they're quite happy to let you live in that shadow. And if you don't want to snap out of it, they're not going to help you snap out of it. That's the choice you will make. But if they have that shadow to hide behind, then Japan is not going to give you their best. They're going to give you what you think you deserve. And this is not a small problem. This is a big problem because this is a cultural issue. This is a country that is insular by design. They do believe that they know and everybody else doesn't. This is culturally built. But then I'm not blaming them for it. We have the same kind of blind spots as Indians too. It's not a unknown thing.
And anybody who's been successful will build up that persona and that ego, so to speak, right?
Yeah. So there is a fundamental cultural problem in Japan that prevents them from doing more. It doesn't work with Indians in the Indian market at all, at many levels. It prevents them from being more successful. And no matter how much you cry about Toyota being what they do and Honda being what they do, etc., I don't think anything is going to change until the consumer shows a difference. That they will listen to, because that is money. That is important. Apart from that, not much is going to change.
I know what I'd like. I would like... what I do not want is the Japanese brands to lose their identity, right? I'm not looking at, like, let's say today we're talking about Ducati and Aprilia, which, I mean, I love Aprilia, but do I want Yamaha to become an Aprilia or a Ducati?
That depends on what you think is the identity, right? Yamaha is still a very, very well-defined brand as a person. What is Honda's brand? What is Suzuki's brand? What is cars? Bikes are still relatively better defined. What is Toyota Cars' brand? And can legendary reliability be a brand? It's like my Godrej cupboard, the steel cupboard, remember? They're legendary reliable. But does that make it a brand? That just makes it a safe purchase. So if you need a cupboard, your default is the Godrej cupboard.
Right.
But did you write a love letter to your wife saying, I love my Godrej cupboard, thank you for gifting it to me? That's not going to happen, right?
Yes.
So is reliability enough?
No, so that's what I'm saying. There was a personality, right? There was a trait. Like,
what were these traits?
So Kawasaki's were wicked, right?
Yeah. See, bikes are still better defined. Saying cars is the challenge. Can you define the car brands?
Toyota is, I think, one which is very clearly the built to last and will not fail. Full stop.
Wherever you go in the world, whatever the conflict is, both sides have Toyotas. Effectively.
Right? So Toyota, I think that identity is etched and there's no two ways about it.
So it's not a fun identity.
It's not a fun identity.
It's not even a premium identity.
So I don't even think about Toyota in this regard because they're not even struggling, right? If their struggle is to deliver more, right? So they are not in the...
You know that they struggle to deliver more and all of that is drama, so they can just keep raising prices, which is what they really want to do, right?
That's everybody's playbook, to be honest.
No, but they're playing it the best, right? They keep the shortages running so that they keep on raising the prices and they say, hey, there's still more Indians left, so it's cool.
So Toyota, I don't think of Toyota in this context because of this reason. For the others, like Honda, right? Whether it's two-wheelers or cars. Like in two-wheelers, I feel that there is so much more that they can do, especially in India.
They should start doing something.
Yeah.
Kartik, you're being very generous here.
Sorry.
All they sell is the Shine and the Activa. They have nothing else.
Yeah.
Nothing else works.
For the longest time, I was I myself bought a Dio and I was disappointed with the quality, right? And Honda's that entire thing about being well made, about being reliable.
It's history.
About
It's not
smooth,
it's not present.
Right? Yeah. I think there's all those values that need to be built up. Those identities have in a way got lost. Kawasaki's always thought was super mean. Kawasaki's I realized have become sweet.
Yeah.
Right? And that was a change. I guess that's to become more relevant to
I
more
believe
people.
service is still quite wicked
Oh, wicked.
at Kawasaki.
That's the moment of silence in between. Right? So the challenge for them would be to become who they are once more without chasing the ones who are successful today. Right?
That requires innovation. I don't think Japan is capable of innovation.
And that is the tricky part.
Yeah, because to lead a segment, you have to create something new. And I don't think the Japanese system is geared towards creating new
I
things.
even wonder about how Sony and Honda will work together. A technology company which is used to 1-year cycles.
A Walkman with wheels.
Yeah, and that's what they'll make. How will they work together? 1-year cycles versus 8-10-year cycles.
Yeah.
Right? It's a very tricky thing, and that is maybe the right way to go about it. They'll learn a new way of doing things, and a new way of thinking about how to go about making cars and bikes.
I don't think Honda and Sony should work together. That's two Japanese companies that are going to just make the same khichdi again. If Toyota were to look for a partner, I would tell them to look outside. Look at startups and take them a heck of a lot more seriously than you normally would. But just because they're a startup doesn't mean they don't know anything. At least they still have no blinkers on and they're not hidden behind their own processes. Learn that from them. Go to the software companies who have to iterate really quickly, and extremely complicated software iterating quickly. Learn how they do that and stay agile, because that's also a very large system, but that's moving quickly, not like an automobile. I would not encourage Japan partnerships, because honestly, what are they going to teach each other?
Disconnect.
Did you like that? There's more growth serum on the main MotorInc channel. Look for the brand Disconnect. No, really, it'll help you grow. I'm not kidding, bro. Come on. Do it. Try it. How can it hurt? Karthik's there.